What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Mr. Z on time. A couple minutes tardy, but we here today. We here. Right? Okay. So this is a calmer, kinder, cuddlier, gentler, gentler, more gentle Z. Right? This is not the kind of fussing, cussing Z that y'all got this morning. This is standard issue Z. Revelat says part two. Part two. It is part two. I did promise y'all a part two, so this is part two. Um, I would say Leon, check the thumbnail. And Leon says, Z, did you get the picture I sent you? I sent you an email about it. Right? Check the thumbnail for this live, actually. That should answer your cousin. Yeah, answer your cousin. Answer your question. Right? Kunguru said I came for the cousin. Right? Okay. So Miss Lonnie, Lonnie for short apparently, we spoke on her stream, on her feel piece, we'll call it, because it's not a think piece. It's a feel piece. We spoke on her feel piece earlier today. And why Mr. Z's title is that the outliers are just doing too much talking, this is something y'all have heard Z say over and over again. If you check the thumbnail for this live, you will see that there are a number of white pictures, white iconography all over the place. White. Huh? That's hysterical, Vince. Vincent Samuel Z. Jackson. Right? Shout out to Leon for pointing it out. The thumbnail is courtesy of Leon, everyone. We're going to give our gratitude and our congratulations. Well, maybe not so congratulations, but our gratitude to Leon, who pointed out to Z. Z, did you see this background? Yeah? Exactly, Saint Cyr. You can hear it in her voice, Z. She's immersed in white pop culture. I'm not going to dismiss black people who grew up in the burbs. I'm not going to dismiss black people who went to predominantly white institutions or predominantly white high school and middle school. That's not on them, right? I'm not going to belittle them. I'm not going to dismiss them. I'm not going to insult them, right? But there is something to be said about growing up in these environments and then turning around and critiquing the black community, black people, black men as a black woman. There's a reason why we call it the miseducation of a Negro. You have black people, namely black women, college educated black women, who are critiquing the behaviors of black men, the way black men feel, think, move. And these are some of the most whitewashed people you ever want to see. Huh? And then what was her talking points? And you heard this from a Kim Foster once upon a time. Similar. Huh? I don't care. It's different. The black men are so flagrant. The black men are so flagrant, huh? The black shout out to attorney Dennis Sperling. Z, why you shout out to attorney Dennis Sperling? Because this young lady said the black men are so flagrant. Well, Z, let's see. Are the black men really that flagrant? We'll see.
Attest that we sometimes have that resting bitch face. Get rid of it, because that's going to immediately intimidate a white guy to be like, oh yeah, no, never mind. She's probably not even interested or don't even want to be bothered. Crack a smile. Crack a smile, a little wink, or, you know, a little flirtatious type of motion or gesture. That is going to get his attention, baby. Do not be afraid to speak first. Say hello. Hello does not hurt anybody. Actually, believe it or not, sometimes a hello can go a long way. You make somebody's day sometimes by just saying hello.
You have a white boyfriend, do not use the N-bomb in front of him. If you're in his company, don't use the word. And she was like, Keena, I use the word, so he think he can use the word. And I'm like, he think he can use the word.
Deliver it. And also question your partner if he has opposing views on something as a Black woman that you are very passionate about. You want to hear more about that? Get my book, A White Man's Whore. One of the keys of keeping a healthy relationship with a man or keeping a man is to keep the peace. Be his peace. Have this kind of atmosphere where if you're around him, he knows it's peaceful. Black women, if you want to date outside of your race, you need to be disciplined. When they say we're going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, you better be up at 5 o'clock getting ready. They are not going to deal with the lack of discipline. And what we make Black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. And what we make Black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. What we make Black men put up with, they are not going to go for that.
You have a choice. Either self-improve and get your passports, or continue to put up with whatever Black men put up with that other men don't have to put up with.
So once again, shout out to Attorney Dennis Sperling. Ma'am, that's a black woman saying what we make Black men put up with, they don't have to put up with concerning white and non-Black men. We have outliers in the Black community doing way too much talking and selling white society what they want to hear. Ma'am, you are doing nothing special. Being a little sexist, misandrist troll, hiding behind 4 and 5 syllable words, selling to white feminists, white society, white men, this idea of the scary Negro chasing down every white woman who feels entitled to. Ma'am, look at your word choice. Black men feel entitled in America. Do you understand the racist, sexist trope that you're entertaining and playing with that has gotten Black men deleted? Carolyn Bryant, anyone? Black men feel entitled to white women when they make it rich? This is why Mr. Z say these outliers are doing way too much talking. They know who they selling the soap to. They are selling the soap to white society because white feminists and white men, whether they're on the left or the right, they want to hear some Black man boogeyman story. Let's justify why we keep our foot on those Negroes' necks. Ooh, look, Black women who are going to sell us back these Black men monster stories. Huh? Ma'am, you are playing with racist, sexist tropes about Black men feeling entitled to white women? Huh? Let's play another clip of a Black woman who probably grew up similar to you, ma'am, and what she has to say. And maybe you'll understand why Mr. Z is taking this angle right now. Maybe.
Stop sending your kids to the all-white schools for access to better education. As someone whose parents did the same, we've talked about it, they regret it. Let me tell you why. It causes irreparable damage to your self-esteem and your mental health that takes so much time and effort to self-correct that it's not worth it. But sending them to an all-white school with people who do not look like them is not the answer, I promise you. This is how you have people getting on the internet talking about like divesting from the Black community, or like people who are like, it's just a preference, it's just a preference. Like, no. Also how you have people my age, 28, who cannot date people the same skin complexion as them because it makes them uncomfortable. It's not their preference, when in reality, it's just this thing that's like in their head that they can't shake, but they don't have the language to explain it. And it's I'm sure it's embarrassing for them, but it's also very embarrassing being on the receiving end of that. All of those people, the common denominator is they did not grow up with people who looked like them and developed a fucked sense of reality that honestly, they probably will never unsee. And I just don't think the access to better education is worth it. And I feel like people are so quick to judge these suburban Black kids who have these types of problems and are just like, well, you can just like think differently. And I don't think you understand, like, when you have been fighting for your life in defense of your race since you were 10 years old, it is not like a switch that you can just like get back into and think like properly. It takes effort, and it's really fucked up, all in pursuit of a better education that honestly we all should have access to anyways, but we have a system that gives priority to wherever taxes go or whatever bullshit. I don't feel like explaining it. Send your kids to school with people who look like them and pay for the extra tutors. Put them in Kumon or something. Or yeah, maybe send them to the white school and put them in environments with people who look like them so they don't forget who they are, because the aftermath is scary. The aftermath is how you have people like freaking Candace Owens. And as someone who had to spend a majority of their early 20s unlearning all of that, I could have been doing anything else. But instead I had to unlearn racial trauma that I shouldn't have been exposed to in the first place. So general PSA, just don't do it. Or if you're going to, like, have guardrails, but it's 110% not worth it.
Yeah, ma'am, that is a Black woman who might have grown up similar to you, telling us what attending white, I guess, elementary school, middle school, high school, what it did to her psychologically. Ma'am, outliers like you are doing way too much talking, and what you're doing is selling the soap right back to white society. Look, these rich Black men, they feel like they're entitled to white women. Ma'am, what are you doing that Black women haven't been doing or saying for literal decades? Not like 2 decades, more like 6, 7 decades. Huh? What are you doing or saying that is anything new or unique or novel? It's not. You're just intellectualizing your anti-Black male misandry. Your Black misandry, Mr. Z keep on saying it all type of wrong. Your Black misandry, that's what you're doing, ma'am. That's what you're selling to white folks and to bitter, angry Black women. Huh? For what? For a couple of dollars from white women? Huh? Now let's play this other clip of white men telling you what their, I guess, interactions with Black women are like, because you said this is what a Black thing, and you'll stand on it, right? When Black women say that interracial dating is different for Black men and Black women, they always say that. They're so bold when it comes to Black men. When it comes to insulting Black men, dismissing Black men, and what Black men think and feel, Black women are so bold. They're not bold with anyone else like that. It's not the same, and I'll stand on it. Same thing Kim Foster said. Huh? They love dismissing Black men because they know why we date non-Black women. It's the same reason James Earl Jones was saying that you pretending like you didn't understand, ma'am, because Black women are mean to Black women. Black women are mean to Black men. Mrs. Z, you done messed up. Black women are mean, ma'am. Black women are mean to Black men. Black women are mean to Black men. Black women are mean to Black men in a way where brothers get rich and they leave. They leave. They skedaddle. How did Mr. Z not put up the skedaddle sound? Huh? Black women are mean, and Black women are misandrist. And Black women want to operate a gynocracy. It's that simple. Black women want to operate a gynocracy, a matriarchy if you want to be kind. A matriarchy if you want to be kind, a gynocracy if you want to be accurate. And Black men with money said, I don't got to deal with that. It's that simple. Miss Lonnie, it is that simple. And white men are talking. White men are letting us know when they go out with you, or how you fawn over them, or how you speak to them. I don't even pull the clip of the comedian saying, Black women give the best compliments. I know y'all seen the one where a white woman said black men give the best compliments. No, the one where a white man is saying black women when they compliment you, yeah, I bet. Huh? And here we go with the white guys telling you what it is with black women.
I'm speaking on the behalf of all white dudes that date black girls.
Can y'all stop fucking calling us massa?
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck do I? You know what you're doing. You know, like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? And y'all be thinking it's funny as shit. You be laughing your ass off, having the time of your life. Girl, fuck you.
I want black women to have a lot more self-respect than they do now. Kind of just like worshiping white guys. Worshiping white guys. Worshiping white guys.
This is sad. It's getting sad now. It's getting real sad now. It's getting real sad now.
Huh? You want to play Dr. Umar Johnson, ma'am? Huh? You have these outliers. That's why I said it. Shout out to Compassionate and Callous for remembering. You have these outliers, and they're just talking and talking and talk. Especially outlier black women. These one-offs, these sisters that grow up in the burbs around white folks, or they might have a white parent. They have predominantly white friends. They had to double back on their blackness and find their blackness in their 20s. Ooh, goddamn, Z. Stop talking about our former president like that. Oops. Huh? And so they just get caught up right in the rapture of white feminism and then try to sell anti or black misandry, which is easy to sell to the black community, namely the black women. But then they sell black misandry to black women. They sell black misandry to white women. That's easy in America, ma'am. That's why Mr. Z said you're not doing anything novel or new. Intellectualizing your black misandry, ma'am, that's nothing novel or new. You come down a long line of black women who hide behind their who hide behind their college degrees and 4 and 5 syllable words and what y'all think are complex concepts. Y'all really think y'all on the cutting edge of speaking about gender and race? You're not. Huh? Man, these white guys are telling you, we already know how y'all lawed them, ma'am. And for so many black women to pretend, it's not the same. Black men are so flagrant. They're so blatant. Huh? Are you sure about that, ma'am?
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Let the white man tell it. Huh? And finally, I played this earlier. Let's play it again. This is a white comedian, ma'am. And the comedian is not the white dude on the screen. This is a white comedian letting you know what it was like to date one particular black woman. I know he has a kid with a black woman, but what it was like to date one particular black woman.
She had a weird conversation with me, like 2 months into us dating. It made me think that she had some like different motives to dating me. Made me uncomfortable. She was like, Jeff, I'm happy to finally be with a white man. Black dudes, you can't trust them. They're just gonna cheat on you. They ain't. You know how uncomfortable you feel right now? Imagine how I felt. This is in real life for me. This is just a story for you. I felt uncomfortable as shit. I didn't know what to do. So I talked to a black friend of mine. His name's Josh. I was like, Josh, told him the whole story. He's like, Jeff, I'll tell you what you got to do, but you might not like it. I'm like, all right, let me have it. He's like, Jeff, for the culture, you got to cheat on that. That's what...
Huh? Ma'am, this is what black women say to themselves to cope. It's not the same. Black men are so flagrant. Black men are so blatant. Isn't it embarrassing? Y'all are throwing yourselves at white women, at any non-black woman. Ma'am, do you really want to have that conversation, ma'am? It's a new day. This is what, it's crazy. I said this a couple of streams ago. Let me say this again. Dear everyone, it is a new day. It is the 21st century. It is the 21st century. And y'all are speaking like we're somewhere in the 1960s or 70s or 1950s. We can see you. Everybody's on the internet and on social media trying to get their 5 seconds of fame, their 5 minutes of fame, and selling themselves, giving away their information, doxing themselves. Everything for 5 minutes of attention, 5 minutes of fame. We're not even speaking about the CCTVs, your dash cams, your ring cameras. Ma'am, it is the 21st century. No one believes black women with this black men monsters, black men chasing after every non-black woman. Rich, famous black men feel like they what? They own non-black women? Really, in America, cuh? Your words, we feel entitled to? Rich black men, not to calling Mr. Z rich black men feel entitled? You use the word entitled to white women? Huh? Birth of a Nation, ma'am? You're using that trope? Black men feel entitled to black women? Should be, well, black men should. Anyway, black men feel entitled to white women? Huh? Wow. And this is the problem. These people go to these schools, they get indoctrinated. Oh, I'm sorry. Educated, huh? And whatever the parlance and the worldview is of the day, which for the past few centuries has been anti-black or black misandry, better yet. And you think you saying something. What are you saying that hasn't been said already about black men? Huh? What are you saying that's new or novel? You're not.
He's right, you know.
Huh? And this is how you get here, everyone. Outliers doing way too much talking, selling white folks and non-black folks old comfortable tropes that they're comfortable with. Huh? Oh, it's making everybody cringe. It's so. No one cares what y'all talking about. Dear black women, I promise you, no one cares what y'all talking about. Especially for those of you who think you're saying something by intellectualizing your misandry. And it's a new day. Y'all still using the same old sexist tropes and selling that back to white women because you know they want to hear it. Huh? And Guy Incognito says, replay gang. And thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And Guy Incognito says, replay gang. These Beckys on IG have ass. Hysterical. Guy Incognito, remember, we're trying to tell this lady that we're not chasing after every white woman. Oh, wait, you're being funny. I don't know if she could take a joke, Guy Incognito. Remember, we're chasing after white women over here. We're chasing after non-black women. Even though the majority of these famous dudes are with black women, but that's besides the point. And as I said earlier today, I remember what I said. And I stand by that. Rich black men don't owe black women. Rich black men do not owe black women marrying one of them, being seen in public with one of them, walking across the red carpet with one of them. Rich black men don't owe black women none of that. Because black women have let black men know they owe black men nothing. Black women have let black men know, have informed black men loudly and aggressively. Black women have loudly and aggressively informed black men that black women owe black men absolutely nothing. And if black women writ large, that's educated black women, that's famous black women, that's rich black women, that's unattractive black women, that's super attractive black women, if black women owe black men absolutely nothing, not a smile, not being cordial, not being considerate, not cooperating, not destroying the black family, not destroying the black community, not chasing after the myth of white womanhood, not chasing after white peen, huh? Not deleting black unborn babies. If black women owe black men nothing, then why should rich black men owe black women marrying one of them? Huh? It's a real question. That is a real question. Huh? These people think they're on the cutting edge of what? An old racist trope? Huh? You think you're on the cutting edge of what, ma'am? This trope gotta go back to like Jim Crow era. Couldn't necessarily be during slavery because rich black folks maybe in the Northeast. So maybe you had that. Okay, fine. But at least since the Jim Crow era, ooh, when white women are around, black men can't control themselves. They feel entitled to the white porcelain skin of white women. Ma'am, you and a white man are different. How exactly? Z, don't do it. I know it's so tempting. I know it's so tempting. Leon, you know where I want to go with it. Huh? Ma'am, you and the racist white man in this trope about black men not being able to control themselves in the presence of white women, you and that racist white man differ how exactly? Huh? Rich black men feel like they're entitled to white women. That's why Jonathan Owens was running. Not Jonathan Owens. Jonathan Majors. Why I said Jonathan Owens? My apologies. Jonathan Majors was running from the lady, from the white lady with the blonde hair and the blue eyes. Huh? That's why he was running from her, right? Because he felt entitled to her. That's why he ran blocks. Huh? Yeah. This is what y'all tell yourselves. This is what you tell non-black folks. You sell non-black folks racist tropes about black men. Huh? And Guy Incognito, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Huh? Wow. Exactly. Running from all 115 pounds of her. What's the name of the chubby white feminist that was speaking about like she wanted to go to some dinner or some whatever and see Michael B. Jordan and grind her ass on Michael B. Jordan? Lena Dunham? No, not Lena Dunham. Lena. I forgot her goddamn last name. The frumpy looking ass white feminist. You want to talk about who feels like they're owed or who feels like they're entitled to? Have you ever heard white women talk about black men? Lena Dunham. So I was okay. Lena Dunham. Lena Dunham. Huh? Lena Dunham talking about grinding on Michael B. Jordan Like it was a foregone conclusion. She gonna walk in there, she gonna grab him by the hand, and she gonna just gonna grind on him. You want to talk about entitled, ma'am? I get it. Y'all are in these schools, and they set y'all up right. They indoctrinate y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Educate y'all. Then y'all come to the black community, try to push off this white feminist, racist crap, and all these racist ass stereotypes about black men and black women, and it falls flat. And then y'all run off and go get married to some white man. Ooh, goddamn, Z, or go get played by one. Huh? It's too easy, everyone. If you look at the thumbnail, you'll see why Mr. Z saying it's too easy. Huh? Go let the white man trampoline all up in you. Huh? Or pogo stick up and down your esophagus. Huh? Then y'all get divorced. Then you look like the drunk auntie like Crystal and Kerosene. Goddamn, Z. Or you popping pills. Huh? Leon, it's so easy because I really want to bring it up because we already know that's one of the reasons. Ma'am, you trying to too easy. Too easy. Huh? Wow. And Saint Cyr, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. Right? I'm tired of these outliers doing way too much talking. They grow up different. They have a different type of environment they might grow up in. They have a different type of family model or the way their family is structured. They might have grew up with way more money than the rest of us. That doesn't necessarily make them less black. Mr. Z is not. We ain't doing coefficient here, Mr. Z. You couldn't get coefficient out, huh? But there is something to say about you being an outlier and then critiquing the black community and critiquing black men as a black woman who grew up a little different with a little bit of a different type of family structure. Uh-oh. And then you critiquing black men, huh? Uh-oh. But of course, huh? I'm covering this, doing a part two, because we have a number of outliers, namely the women in the black community, who are just doing way too much talking. And they get to hide in academia, they get to hide in the media, lobbing bombs at black men and hiding behind just critiquing the black community, just covering the black community, the different things that's going on in the black community. And I don't want to just, why can't we speak about it? Huh? Peeping over every corner, trying to count how many black peens are going in white vaginas. Huh? Meanwhile, they reaching up for the heavens to the white man.
Could have saved your child.
Huh? Absolute insanity. And these are the people that Dr. Umar Johnson chastises us about. Huh? These are the people. These are the women that Dr. Umar Johnson and a number of black men turn around and chastise black men about. Meanwhile, ma'am, you and Amanda Steinberg's makeup ain't too different. Huh? And there you go. And Rael says, I saw it in college. Black studies classes had feminist classes, and before you knew it, they went from being pro-black to being pro-woman or womanist. These these 304s were psycho. Sabi Sabs just covered that. Sabi Sabs just covered that. You know the things that the black manosphere have been speaking about, I don't know, for like a decade. More. Huh? Thank you, Rael. Don't you find that suspicious? Right? That Dr. Umar Johnson, exactly. Don't you know? Black women attend these institutions of higher learning and get straight indoctrinated with misandry, go in misandrist, come out even more misandrist. Huh? Go in misandrist, come out even more misandrist. Now they can intellectualize their misandry. Before they was just talking crap. Now they could talk crap with 4 and 5 syllable words. Huh? And then these college educated women, right, spend a couple decades looking for the quote unquote right man that's equally yoked. Nobody's equally yoked to you, man, because you want black men who hate being black men. Dear black women, ooh, here goes something new that y'all won't believe. The vast majority of black men don't hate being black. Dear black women, can you say the same? God damn, Z. Huh? Would we like some of that money that some of those white dudes have? Yes. Do we want the power? See, there's something about getting the power and then maintaining it and then stepping on people, because you got to step on people to get it and you got to step on them to maintain it. And isn't that the issue that the majority of black women have? That y'all would be perfectly okay with black men slaughtering everyone on planet Earth so that you could be the rich white woman?
He's right, you know.
Uh-oh. Isn't that what this really comes down to? Black women freestyling, doing whatever the hell they want because this is their temper tantrum because they don't get to be rich and upper middle class white women? Huh? Oh, man. Mr. Shook to You says, if I died today and had the option to be resurrected, I'm choosing to come back as a black man. Second that. Oh, man. Huh? And once again, thank you for the super chat, Saint Sears. Thank you for the super sticker. And a split Jim says she basically got on the hate on a black man economy. They broke excuse me. They broke and need content. Look, that's done. It's done. It's a new day. Y'all know Mr. Z leaned to the left. Look, y'all got Trump and JD Vance in office. I'm gonna go through and listen to Armio Say Frimpong's think piece because it's an actual think piece, not a feel piece. I'm gonna listen to it, and because he covers, JD Vance saying, "Yo, we want more babies." Now we know JD Vance is really talking about white babies, but that's a whole different conversation. It's a new day. The white guys aren't playing. They done G-check the hell out of white women, and black women gonna feel that because black women were the number one mascots for this crap. And once again, white women left y'all holding the bag. They ran out the store with all the goodies, and you in the store holding the bag. And guess who the white man has his eyes on now? Uh-oh. Huh? Guess who gonna have to eat all the crap? See, Latina women and white women that ran out the back door with all the goodies. Asian women were never messing with y'all in the first place, but they hurried up and married as many white men as they humanly could. And the last people in the store who got caught with nothing to show for it, well, damn, black women. Huh? Somebody tells he
He's
lying.
right, you know.
So that a split jib, that hate on black men economy. Yeah, look, no matter how bad it ever gets for black women, you're gonna have those people. That's gonna exist regardless. I hear you on that. But for the most part, that's done. That's done. That door is closed. That door is closed. If you see Sabi Sab saying what she said and going in on Terry McMillan, let me put this out here. I want to say it now. I want to be the first to say it. If not the first, well, I think I might be one of the first. If not the first, when you start seeing them turn on bell hooks, that's when you know, oh crap, oh yeah, they desperate now. Huh? And it won't be like not the Sabi Sabs of the world, but when you start seeing your average black women start turning on bell hooks, especially your average college educated black women turn on bell hooks, then you know. Huh? But they're gonna feel it. Black women are gonna feel this next 4 years. It's gonna kick them right in the ass. Huh? We reached the market cap for the BS. It's done. It's done. And black women who pride themselves on being on the cutting edge of pop culture and what's going on, and boy, they're gonna be so late to this party. Not fashionably late. They're the type of late that gets you deleted. Oh, they're gonna be so late to this party. Huh? Y'all pride yourselves on being on the cutting edge. Do you not understand what's going on in America? It's time to tighten your belt. What they're saying is we done got flabby. We done got flabby. No, now it's time to tighten our belt. It's time to work out. It's time to throw all the crap that we were just throwing money at. Oh, that's done. It's over. Do you not appreciate what that means for black people writ large, but namely black women? Huh? So split gym, their content gonna change soon too. Let Mr. Z put this out here more. Hey, you gonna start seeing a flood of black women trying to start doing this Black Manosphere thing. They're gonna start trying to creep in over here. Huh? Don't worry. All those people, oh, y'all are gonna be y'all mammying. Oh yeah. Wait until you see the mammying. What Mr. Z predicts, oh, because they don't have nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to go. Huh? Exactly what I'm trying to say, Ryo. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. You're gonna start seeing, hey, big head content. Huh? And some of your most staunch, excuse me, I said staunch. What is that? Staunch, divester swirler people Some of your staunchest divester swirler people, y'all about to start seeing them start moonwalking. They ain't gonna let it go all the way, but it's gonna get real soft. Huh? No, I wasn't. And you saw it with Crystal and Kerrison already. Crystal and Kerrison already did that like a couple years ago. No, I wasn't saying no to black men all the way. I just was saying the best man for the job. Huh? Starch? No, I'm playing with you, Trill. It's staunch. I know. I know. Right? No, I was just saying, like, we dealt with certain things with black men. I just was saying, it's best for black women to expand their options and just get the best man for the job. I wasn't saying that black men are that bad. As a matter of fact, and they're gonna start saying the same things we say. The marriage rate, the majority of black men are married to black women. I mean, when they do get married, and huh? Shout out to Jules. You heard what Jules said. I think that was Jules. That told BGS, hey, they on Kendra G. They not all of them coming up with that 100,000 no more. Now some of them are saying 60. Huh? Yeah, it's getting real. It's getting real. It's been real. Huh? It's been real. So yeah, Split Jim, they're gonna have to change that. They're gonna change that. There's no money in it anymore. Will there be a niche for a few of them? Yeah, that ain't never going away. You always gonna have black women talking crazy. But this big blow up that we saw on social media, on the internet, and in mass media over the past couple decades, that always sniping on at black men, the color purpling of the black community, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Oh yeah, those days are done. People gotta tighten their belts. You can't just be throwing money at little pet projects that don't make no profit. Now, will some of the billionaires still engage in throwing money around? Of course, of course. But just all willy nilly, just throwing money at everything? Mm, right? I don't know about that. Right? I don't know about that one. That's going to be a bit difficult. Right? And the Split Gym, once again, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Huh? And Joe says, Anita, Mai, and Helen sees potential. Keisha sees obligation. Choose your own adventure. Yeah, we don't owe black women. And I want to stress that if black women were on black men's program, if black girls were nice to black boys, if black young women were nice and considerate and kind to young black men, then that would be a different conversation. We are still attached by the hip. It's just black women haven't been moving like that for, I don't know, decades. And rich black men don't have to deal with it. That's what this comes down to at the end of the day. Rich black men don't have to deal with it. Let's go back to James Earl Jones. Ma'am, if you wanted to know, because you said it was word salad, if you wanted to know what James Earl Jones was saying, that's what James Earl Jones was saying. He's rich and he don't got to deal with the black community and black women's misandry. He doesn't have to deal with the matriarchy if you want to be kind, the gynocracy if you want to be accurate. Let's cut the crap. Huh? Let's cut the crap. That's what annoys Z. All these supposed intellectuals, highly educated black folks, namely black feminists, whether they're black male feminists or black female feminists, acting like they don't understand what James Earl Jones was saying, being obtuse about the matter. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones. Look, I'm rich, and I went to the women that would cooperate with me. The black community doesn't produce those in droves. The black community produces misandrous gynocrats, whether you're rich or not. And it's super hell on poor and working class men. I'm rich. I don't got to deal with it. Dear Miss Lonnie, if you didn't really understand, because I think you did, you were pretending like you don't. If you didn't understand what James Earl Jones was saying, there, I just said it for you. And he tried to be as accommodating as humanly possible. Look, black women don't want to give up the pinwheel. They don't want to give up the power. Look, coming out of slavery, Jim Crow, it put them in this position. They don't want to give it up. He was trying his hardest. And y'all all act like y'all don't understand what he was saying. The black community is ran by its women, and I'm rich. I don't got to deal with it. And there you go. Rael, you know it. You know it. And Rael says it's gonna go back to the days of. They're already saying it, by the way, Rael. And Rael says it's gonna go back to the days of black men and black women need to heal each other. Talking points. We saw it in the days of Facebook, brother. It's not. Look, man. It's not just gonna be comments. Look, they're gonna start doing this in video form. I'm already seeing it. Let me not even say that it's gonna happen. I already see it. And I will put it in the book. You are 100% right. The hate big head content. Huh? The hey big head content. Oh, that's coming. It's already here, but in large number. Oh yeah, because there's nowhere else to go. There is nowhere else to go. We're tapped. As a society with the BS, we're tapped. It's done. Particularly in the black community, we reached the market cap for the BS. You can't go. No, there's nowhere else to go. Neo said, "Gonna see a lot of black love content out of nowhere." I think so. I think so. Where else can they go, everyone? Not just black women, women writ large in the West. There's nowhere else to go. As Mr. Z said a couple years ago, dear women, particularly in America, 2/3 of men, I just looked at the numbers, so it's a little bit, it's under 70, but it's a little bit more than 65 now, right? So let's say if you're a woman and you start making over 70,000, you left about 2/3 of men behind. I think the median is, yeah, something like that. I think the most black men, I mean, not black men, sorry, the most men ever make in aggregate in America is somewhere in their 50s, I want to say. And it's like 67 and some change. So the majority of men never make 67 and some change or $70,000 in their life. Let's put it that way. They never make more than $70,000 a year in their life. The majority of men in America, not just black men. They have nowhere else to go. Women in the West, women in America specifically, black women even more specifically than that, unless you're going to go buy peen, ain't nowhere else to go. Huh? It's just going to be you and your rose toy. Huh? And once again, Joe's, thank you for the super chat. And let's give you one of these. If I could find it, that would be great. Right? Huh. We all knew this was coming. The black manosphere, we all knew this. We were being mocked, we were being insulted, we were be calling all type of incels, huh? Weirdos, losers, can't get no vagina, and all of that. That sound nice. Now what? All type of sassy and LGBTQ. Imagine a black woman in America trying to insult black men with all of this secretly gay and DL trope when we already know the most openly gay and bi group of people in America are black women. Huh? And we reached the market cap of everything now. It's done. Huh? How all these black women walking around here calling themselves bi and then got the nerve to call black men all type of DL secretly gay and whatnot? Really? Y'all doing brunch and munch. Huh? And in that environment, Miss Lonnie think it's okay to insult black men with this feel piece she want to call a think piece and push out an old tired trope of rich black men or black men writ large if we're going to be honest, but rich black men feeling entitled to white women of all people in America. Aren't you selling to white folks and to black women something they already want to hear? What are you saying anything different than we've been hearing for decades? Huh? What's going on, Shay? Shay said I'm late. Black women are very queer. I see it as just market ideology. I think black women took market ideology. I'm so glad Armio say Frimpong started saying this also. Y'all been hearing Z say it. I think black women took market ideology and stretched it to a furthest extent. They are the perpetual person walking through the cereal aisle being like, ooh, I want that one, ooh, and I want that, ooh, I want to try that, ooh, and I want to try that too, ooh, and I want to try some of that, and let me try some of that. For any of us, if I don't know if they still do it. I haven't been in one of those like big box grocery stores in a little while. Um, but you go to the big box grocery store and on the weekends, and they might have the samplers, right? And black women just walk by. Ooh, let me try some of that. Ooh, let me try some of that. Let me try the queer life. Ooh, let me try the luxury life. Ooh, I want to try the swirler life too. Ooh, and let me try. Okay, I'm gonna try being single for a little bit with the rose toy. Ooh, let me try. Huh? I'm gonna do. Let me get a dash of, not even a dash, a smattering of strong and independent. No, don't need no man. Ooh, let me get with some of that. Huh? I want to be strong and independent, and I don't want to need no man. Ooh, but I still want a man to pay for everything. What? Huh? So yeah, Shay. Look, the queerness of black women, and then to me, it's literally it's negative liberty to a full on extent. The queerness of black women is, look, I want everything. I want to be able to do everything. And I hear them. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, ladies. Unfortunately for you, you live on a planet with 8 billion other people. God damn. Huh? Unfortunately for you, ladies, when you get off of that, I want everything. When you get off of that, and if you're not doing the same sex loving thing, oops, then you gotta deal with straight black men and have fun with that. Huh? Uh-oh. Huh? You live on a planet with 8 billion other people, and we don't have to understand. That's why Kevin told you the world don't owe you understanding. That's harsh. That's cold. Huh? Can you maintain a society like that? No, but it's accurate. The world doesn't owe you understanding. Huh? AO said, oh, that's the first time you heard that, AO? AO said, Z said brunch and munch. AO, that's the first time you ever heard that. Brunch and munch, AO? Huh? There's a clip floating around. That it's not even a clip. There's a collage of a few clips floating around. Actually, I covered it, where black women are admitting that they get to drinking, their mimosas when they go on brunch, and they get to touch it and rub it. And remember, these are the people that call black men secretly gay. Huh? These are the people that call black men secretly gay. Now they homegirls starting to expose them. There's a number of them that are saying, yo, I'm not on this, but I went out with my homegirl and she finally told me, hey, I like you. So I've been trying to give you hints for months. Uh-oh. Huh? Wow. Shay, you got jokes. Shay said boxing matches. Huh? Neon says, I don't want to hear no reach back success stories. Neon, you know these brothers, these non-initiated, these non-affiliated, you know they gonna accept the reach back. They gonna accept the reach back from the divester. They're gonna accept the reach back from the swirler. They're gonna accept the reach back from the trap queen. They're gonna accept it. Half these brothers are gonna accept the reach back. And if the world flips back to what it was in 5-6 years, she gonna be divorcing your ass. See you in divorce court. Huh? Exactly, compassionate with glee. They're gonna accept the reach back. Huh? Nah, man, you gotta understand. She went to a different type of school, so that's what she used to do with the white guys. And then she learned her lesson. She not like that no more. And dude, she got whole divester content on the internet. No, but you gotta understand. We not all that perfect neither as black men. We got things to work on too. Get your lame ass. Huh? Cause y'all know that's what's gonna be. No, you have to understand. Like, I get it, man. Dudes used to make colorist comments about it. They used to call her dark and ugly, so she had a complex. And she went over there to the white guys. And Young, huh? Y'all know it's coming. Your lady out here sounded like one of
Attest
these.
that we sometimes have that resting bitch face. Get rid of it, because that's going to immediately intimidate a white guy to be like, oh yeah, no, never mind. She's probably not even interested or don't even want to be bothered. Crack a smile. Crack a smile, a little wink, or a little flirtatious type of motion or gesture. That is going to get his attention, baby. Do not be afraid to speak first. Say hello. Hello does not hurt anybody. Actually, believe it or not, sometimes a hello can go a long way. You make somebody's day sometimes by just saying hello.
You have a white boyfriend, do not use the N-bomb in front of him. If you're in his company, don't use the word. And she was like, Keena, I use the word, so he think he can use the word. And I'm like, he think he can use the word.
Deliver it. And also question your partner if he has opposing views on something as a black woman that you are very passionate about. You want to hear more about that? Get my book, A White Man's Whore. One of the keys of keeping a healthy relationship with a man or keeping a man is to keep the peace. Be his peace. Have this kind of atmosphere where if you're around him, he knows it's peaceful.
Black women, if you want to date outside of your race, you need to be disciplined. When they say we're going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, you better be up at 5 o'clock getting ready. They are not going to deal with the lack of discipline. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. What we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that.
You have a choice. Either self-improve and get your passports, or continue to put up with whatever black men put up with that other men don't have to put up with.
So your lady gonna be sound like one of those black women, and you want us to believe that she's different now. Yeah. By the way, I played this also for you, Miss Lonnie Kalani. By the way, links in the description of what I'm covering. Because usually the black men are so much more flagrant, right? Yeah, the black men are so flagrant that black women are out here literally saying what we make black men put up with, they won't put up with concerning non-black men. Yeah. About that flagrant. Huh? Uh-oh. Huh? Just admit that y'all thought y'all had it good. White women gassed y'all up. Huh? Y'all thought y'all were good. Y'all thought y'all were in there. And not so much. Not anymore. Uh-oh. Huh? Oh, man. And let me see. Y'all give Z a second. Let me see. And Leon says, and thank you for the super chat. I would love to see B Dubs be rewarded with Zenkai boost of at least seasonal excuse me, white women tears. And what else? It's interesting suburb kids with dreadlocks and white daddies. Why did you say look, man, I wasn't trying to go there with it. I'm trying to stay as far away from the obvious. It's so glaring. I'm trying to stay away from the obvious as much as possible and address her on the points. But Jesus Christ. Maybe she could read through the lines and understand why Mr. Z is saying the outliers are doing too much goddamn talking. See, back in the day, we had black outliers. We had black outliers with a non-black parent, and they advocated for black people. Now, they advocate just for, they advocate just for their gender. If they're a black woman, huh? If they're Mr. Z, you said that wrong. You said they advocate just for their gender. You're wrong, Z. They advocate for their sex, Z. So their sex could do whatever and be whatever gender. Uh-oh. Huh? So now we have these outliers with a different type of familial background, a different type of family situation going on, and they think they got the right to critique black men. Ma'am, did you have a black man in the house? Ooh, Z, you went there. You said it, Z. You said it. Look like you had a different type of man in the house. Uh-oh. Huh? How easy is it to critique black men when you were raised by a different type of man? Uh-oh. Huh? And you're supposed to be black. Why? Because your mom black? What about your dad? Uh-oh. So a mixed black woman with a white daddy over here talking crap about black men and hiding behind 4 and 5 syllable words. Yeah, about that. Ma'am, you know that's kind of racist, right? I'm just letting you know, like yeah, you're black, but you got a white daddy. From what we could tell, unless that picture is saying something we don't know about. So you might have, let's put the might in there, right? So that Mr. Z don't have to moonwalk away from this in the future. You might have a non-black dad that you were raised with, and you think you could critique the behaviors of black men. Racist much? Huh? Racist much? Uh-oh. Ryan, I ain't even gonna read that out loud. That's hysterical. Huh? Damn, Leon, you made me address it. Look, I was staying a million miles away from that. Leon, I looked at everything you had circled, and when I zoomed into that one, I was like, oh, okay. Huh? Leon, there's a reason why I played Amanda Steinberg earlier too. God damn. Let me play it for y'all again. Let me actually move this out the way so that y'all could, somebody gonna have to pause it though, because it's gonna move by fast. And Amanda Steinberg, little cute, light skin with a nice fro ass. As somebody who identifies as bisexual, and there we go. It's always the same goddamn thing. As someone, excuse me, as someone who identifies as bisexual, Jesus Christ, Lord, this Raven Simone, Willow, Amanda Steinberg, goddamn light-skinned black women bisexual crap. They should have never gave you Negroes money. No, they should have never gave black women money. Goddamn. And education, indoctrination. Huh? All this queer and bisexual stuff. Look, man, just call it what it is. I want to freestyle and do whatever I want to do. I want no constraints, no restraints on me and my behavior. I want no norms, no rules. Because if we're honest, even in the lesbian world, you got to follow rules. So that's why they call themselves bisexual and queer. They don't want to. I don't want to be held to no standard ever whatsoever at all. That's what that queer stuff is. I do what I want to do, whenever I want to do it. Hey, women, dear ladies, dear black women, nothing wrong with that. Have fun trying to get a man to deal with that, though. White, black, Latino, or otherwise. Huh?
I am out of control. Yeah, I use drugs. I can do what I want, bitch. Yeah, I have sex and I don't use protection. It's my hot body. I'll do what I want.
Huh? The ultimate who gon' check me booze on the planet, really white men, but a super close second, goddamn black women.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Huh? Bisexual yawn. Huh? Mr. Z got to get yawn video ready earlier. I'll be saying yawn and I have to click it like 5 seconds later. Here you go. Huh? Damn it, Leon. Leon, I should have known you're gonna pay the god. He knew I was going. I saw when you addressed it earlier. I ignored that. I was like, I ain't gonna read that out loud. So, assuming that that is her father, Leon, that is her dad. And look, we don't beat up on black people for how you were born or what your background is, and we don't beat up on black people for that. But if you out here trying to hide behind your supposed intellectualism while you pushing old sexist, racist tropes about black men, and you got a white daddy, oh lady, if you don't shut the entire hell up forever, huh? For real. It's not simply because you have a non-black father. Bam, you're pushing old sexist, racist tropes about black men, and you think what? You think you're not? Why? Because you're hiding behind some thin veneer of some type of intellectualism. What does it take to buy a small mic, put it to your face real close, and sound like this when you're speaking? And you think you're pushing complex concepts and you're pushing ideas that black men need to consider and other folks maybe they haven't seen it or maybe they did see it but they didn't know how to put words to it, and so what you're doing is you're telling them yes you did see what you saw, and this is what I think about it. No, this is how you feel about it as a woman that potentially was raised by a non-black man. I ain't even gonna address the other half of this conversation, by the way. Huh? I'm only addressing the white dad part of it all, if that is what we think it is. I'm not even addressing the other part. That's even easier. As I said, you outliers are doing way too much talking. Way, way, way too much talking. Do we have outliers in the black community? Yes. Do we have people with different type of backgrounds? Yes. Should we automatically shun them? No. But when you have a different type of background and then you come out your mouth with the sexist, racist crap, huh? Leon says, "Damn, she don't even have Beyonce on that wall. I take full accountability for the thumbnail. I made them circles while feeding my newborn. I grabbed his baby fingers and did it. Hysterical. You're not. You say, hey, hey, boy, let me put you to work, huh? Trell, I even gonna address that. That's funny, huh? Man." Competitor says we took it too far, letting mixed 304s with non-black fathers say a damn thing, bro. No cap. Bro, look, they could shut up forever. Who asked you? Who asked you? Huh? And this is not just her potential mixed background. Once again we don't have confirmation, but that picture, ooh, it's the fact that you have that background and then you're saying these type of things about black men. Black men feel entitled to white women's bodies. Ma'am, do you know how easy it would be for Mr. Z to go in a different direction with this stream? If you thought this morning stream was something, do you know how easy? Look, man, I'm not saying Mr. Z is the best at playing the dozens, but ma'am, do you understand how easy it would be to go in a different type of direction with this stream? Especially because you left the door Wide ass open. Huh? Wide ass open. And once again, Leon, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Huh? And Joe says, and thank you for the super chat. Oh God, Table Talk is gonna make its rounds again. Is it? Oh Jesus Christ. You talking about Jada Pinkett Red Table Talks? Or am I missing something? Table Talk was all type of craziness. You had Jada admitted that she had a entanglement. You had Aisha Taylor, um um not Aisha Taylor, Aisha Curry, sorry. Aisha Curry pretty much saying she want to be drooled over by men that are not her husband. You had all type of foolishness on Red Table Talks. Please don't, please, God, no. Right? Man. Joe says 2021 Table Talks negotiations. Huh? Ryo. Man, I like that song. Now I can't hear the song. And Currency's my favorite rapper, so now I can't hear the song. Now I'm not gonna be able to hear the song without hearing this. Studying like my white daddy, studying like my white daddy. Look, I like that song. Wayne and Currency, that's studying like my daddy. That's a dope ass song. That beat is kind of dope too. Huh? Actually, let me see. So studying like my daddy had. It was Birdman. It was Wayne. Why was that on Currency's mixtape? I don't know. Right? But that's a dope ass beat though. Joe says Red Table Talk. Well, Table Talk is gonna make us around again. Jesus. And thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. All right. And Big Mo says you could not live with your own failure and were did and yeah. That where did I bring you? Back to me, Thanos. Do I have I don't have that one. I don't have that one. But I do have this.
I am inevitable.
Huh? So we already know, the young lady, she's younger, right? She's younger. That's one of the reasons why Mr. Z is not going in too much, especially now. I know this morning was a whole different Z. But is this like, goddamn, another generation of the crap? Huh? That's why I was like that this morning. I'm like, wait a minute, another generation? Huh? Another generation of the BS.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Another generation of it. Huh? Insanity. Right? And Big Mo, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Huh? And Victor Creed says, thank you for the super chat. These the same women that weaponize their words. I think he probably it's like, and my favorite, I bet he yes. She looked like she comes from a different background, so maybe not. But overall, yes. Right? It really is, though. And Trell says, it's the song that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. Exactly. Another generation, but this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well for black women. This is not going to end well. It's already not. It's already not. We're just in a different time. And unfortunately for black women, they're going to be left out in the cold in great number. I think some of them peep game, they put their fingers to the wind and they're running back. Too bad the door's already closed. But they're running back. They're trying to find anybody, any black man that'll have them. They're running back. The rest of them, they're gonna sink with the ship. Huh? They're gonna sink with it. They're gonna sink with the ship. A lifetime of antidepressant pills. Huh? Their Rose toy. Huh? Being the human trampoline for any non-black man. Huh? Having their esophagus filled. And the 100% solidification of the black baby mama community being a sanctuary for scandalous skeezers and stunts.
That's how it starts, you know. Taking bitches out to eat, meals and whatnot. Next thing you know, you wake up in a rest haven for hoes. A sanctuary for scandalous skeezers and stunts.
I'm just saying. I gotta read this one now. And Victor Creed says, and thank you for the super chat. That Rose toy gonna be a jackhammer in it. in a bit. That Rose, hey, look, hey, you said it's gonna be a jackhammer. Let me play it for you. There you go. Huh? And by the way, the Rose toy does have that mode from my understanding. Funny enough. Huh? That's the great. It really does have this mode. Let's play it one more again. And why shouldn't look? If you weren't on a black man's program, then why shouldn't you be regulated to same-sex loving relationships? Huh? Rose toys. Huh? And being the human trampoline for non-black men. If you weren't on a black man's program, why shouldn't you be regulated to that? Relegated to that. Oops. Huh? And go ahead and take your lifetime supply of antidepressant pills while you at it. Huh? There's a whole lot of healing that need to be done then, Rayo. And Rayo says, I believe through Christ, Jesus, black women can heal the world. Let the healing commence. Huh? And once again, Vince, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And you get one of these. Huh? And let's read this from Chef Butter Biscuits. And he says, do you think American men will give the government an ultimatum where either they import more women and change the environment to be fairer and produce better men and women, thus phasing out Western women, or B, let it rot. I gotta maybe sleep on this one. Let me see. I don't see men coming together to give the government an ultimatum. I think our actions already have, though. I think JD Vance speaking about population. What other Congress member was it that spoke about the population last year? He had the whole board up and everything like that. He was presenting to Congress. I think our actions, the lowering birth rate, to be frank with you, the women's actions also, I think that's already given the system an ultimatum. You're either going to pay people a little bit more, stop letting the corporations be so goddamn greedy. We expect them to go as far as they can for their shareholders. And you've done that over the past few decades. And they took all the money off the table with quantitative easing. And where did that get your society but a bunch of rich folks being even richer than they were before? Huh? Where did that get your society? Check the statistics.
Check the statistics.
Huh? Where did it get you? Where did it get you? A bunch of rich people that were rich, more rich. Well, excuse me. A bunch of people that were already rich, even more rich. Okay, fine. Birth rate went to crap. Okay, fine. Male participation in the workforce went to crap. Okay, fine. The women not pulling their weight. Okay, fine. Never were going to do it anyway. Okay, fine. Where did it get you? Right? So I think we already gave them an ultimatum. I think they're already moving. Huh? Fairer is relative. Do I think do I think men get a fair shake? I think America can't afford for 7 million men to be out of the workforce. I think if America hopes to hold China at bay more and more, or it's not happening. China already, in many many different aspects, already surpassed the U.S. But if they're engaging in this, they can't afford for 7 million men to not be in the workforce. They just can't. Huh? It's that simple. So they're gonna have to move different. So, you know, and Chef Butter Biscuits, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And you get one of these because of big money. Wait a minute. Here we go. There we go. If I could just do that and that. Look, this is pressing on all these damn buttons. There we go. Huh? Maybe it's images like that that's causing this lady to use the sexist tropes. Nosy, that's not why. You're right. Huh? And Gil Gabby says, and thank you for the super chat. Hating because they prefer white dad equal white, mom slash mom equal black. Look, it looked like that's what that lady's background is, though. That's what it's looking like. Thank you for the super chat. Right? That's what it's looking like. Yogami is looking like that is what it is. For her, at least. Huh? Got the whole Amanda Steinberg thing going on. The Tracy Ellis Ross thing going on. Huh? And there's not, look, I am not about insulting or chastising someone because your mom is who your mom is or your father is who your father is. That's not what we do here. But man, be very clear. You can't come around here talking crap to us with a non-black father. Are you crazy? And that's the real issue, isn't it, BGS? Huh? That's the real issue, isn't it? And BGS says, hey, because they are not preferred by white men.
He's right, you know.
Huh? You can't come over here, ma'am, talking crazy to us. Huh? As BGS said, because you walking around here like this.
So we don't have the capacity.
Huh? Because every time you reach up for the white man, he slaps your hand away. He looks down on you.
Could have saved your child.
Huh? Coming over here talking crazy about black men. Wait, is this your way of like letting like black women that have a black father and a black mother? Is this your way of letting them know you're in? You're black too? Look, I'm just as black as you. I don't like black men either. Huh? I'm just as misandrist. I'm just as black male misandrist as you. Huh? This is your way of letting them know you're in, right? Oh man. What mental illness is it called to lust for white men? Yeah, yeah. That's just called living on a planet with white women as a woman of color, namely in our case, black women. Huh? You walk around here sounding absolutely crazy. You think you can intellectualize your misandry about black men. You think we don't ready. Well, first of all, quite frankly, they don't care about our opinion, and that's okay. Unfortunately for you, ma'am, because you do have at least one black parent, you are subject to our opinion mattering as much as you would hope it doesn't. And because you hope it doesn't, rich Negroes don't owe you anything. Rich Negroes owe black women nothing. Actually, back on topic. Rich Negroes owe black women nothing. Huh? Especially black women that sound like this. I'm single and sexy. Why should I care? Yeah, about that. Huh?
Message.
Huh? So, on that note, everyone, I'm not going to keep y'all too long, right? But I wanted to come to y'all with a part two because I promised it. Um, I want to be a bit calmer on this one. I think you, Miss Lonnie, have certain things to think about, maybe. For you as an individual and for black women in a Donald Trump, JD Vance world, you might want to reconsider, read some literature. Um, I might get you to think about this differently because you're going to need to think about this differently. It's a new day, right? It is a new day.
Message.
And you are going to have to consider, other black women are going to have to consider for their own good, how have they contributed to their own downfall? Huh? The Roger Report says it often. You have to be held accountable for what you choose to believe in. Dear black women, you chose to believe in white feminism and feminism writ large, and white feminism in specific, Huh? And now you're gonna have to deal with it. Dear Miss Lonnie, Miss Kalani, you might be okay. You might be okay. You grew up in a different type of environment. For all we know, you might have a white boyfriend for all we know. You might be okay. All your black homegirls, which you don't have, all your black girlfriends, which you don't have, they're not gonna be okay. Huh? They won't be. It's that simple. Man. I guess I'll read the comment from Leon. Leon says, all these mixed kids still trying out to be on the starting line up for the Blue Vein Society. Then they find out by white men, white women, hey, Negro, you still black. And Rael says, Leon, facts. That's basically been black leadership for the past 100 years plus. Jeez. Right? Man. So I definitely want to come to y'all with this. I just was reading you guys' comments. That's why I was a little quiet. Um, and thank y'all for coming in for the part 2. Like I said, we're gonna be a little bit more chill on this one. Y'all see the songs I linked, right? Shout out to Trick Daddy, Dade County native. Shut up. Y'all heard the song? The Outliers doing way too much talking. Huh? I actually wanted to put T.I. stand up again on this one, which funny enough featured Trick Daddy also. But Shut Up is good enough. Trick Daddy Shut Up is good, and that's a great song for this. The Outliers are doing way too much talking. Miss Lonnie, if that picture with that white man is what we think it is, oh, you doing too much talking, even if that's not what we think it is. But you definitely doing too much talking if that picture is what we think it is. They are who we thought they were, ma'am. If that is what we think it is, oh, you doing way too much talking. Huh? Man. So on that note, everyone, we'll pause right here. Right? Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all have a great, great rest of y'all night. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content. I think Art New Style should be streaming if he's not already. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content for the love of God. Don't get too stressed out about these type of folks, right? Because they're not white. They're intellectualizing their misandry against black men. Even though they have a calm face underneath, they're seething inside for not being white, not having the political, social, and economic capital of being a fully white woman. So they dying inside. Huh? So y'all don't worry about this lady. And so truly, we'll pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content for the love of God, and Mr. Z out. All right, y'all.